Welcome to Magic Tarot. I have another pick a card for you all. The question is, what do they want with you? You have five piles here pile one, two, three, four, five. You might be drawn to the card, you might be drawn to the number. Whatever, um, whatever pile that you feel drawn to, you can choose that particular pile. The timestamps will be down below. Let's proceed with the reading. The ones who've chosen pile number one, you have the Empress, Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Death card, and you have Seven of Wands. And then you have no place like home. So, what does this particular person want with you? With the Empress card, I have a strong feeling that this particular person wants unconditional love. Okay? He basically feels, I think, very strong love, which I think even he or she does not realize that, it is unconditional love, what they feel towards you. So, this particular person wants in this connection with you an unconditional love that bounds both of you. The way that they feel towards you, they want the same emotions to be reflected back, the same emotions to be given back to them. Okay, they want you to feel the same way that they feel towards you. But what I really feel like, for some reason, I think this person never told you the way they felt about you. We have the Nine of Cups. I don't even think that you were in relationship with this particular person. It, I think this is someone that you were not in relationship, but then it is like you have an inkling, or that they have feelings towards you because you have nine cups. So you've really made them feel very satisfied. I mean, like, it was an emotionally fulfilling connection for them, even if it was not a relationship for that matter. um, but then, yeah, definitely very emotionally fulfilling. And what I feel like, they probably loved themselves more when you came into their life. They loved how you actually saw, probably the way they saw through your eyes, or the way that you are. I think you just, in general, look at people in a very loving way, or let's just say, like, you think very highly of everyone because you are yourself the Empress. What I feel like, you are of that energy of Empress. What I feel like, to everyone out there, you do not demean people, you do not belittle people, you do not put them down. Rather, you always show them the brighter side of themselves, show people how amazing they can be. I think that is how this particular person fell in love with you. And but then there's been endings, with the Ten of Swords, and then you have the um, Death card. I really feel like there's been some endings in this situation, and that has hurt them a lot because, like I told you, the love that they felt towards you was unconditional, and because it was unconditional, sorry, what I feel like, I mean, like, this particular person, though they haven't really opened up about their emotions to you, but what I really feel like is, not opening up their emotions to you has, like, given them more pain. I think they probably, and there's been an ending, like things have ended between the both of you, and somewhere they are kind of like forced to acknowledge. So this ending must have come about either a final confirmation that you're already with someone else, or the other thing could be like, a change, a major change. This relationship has seen some really major change, and I think because of that particular situation, there's been this big void in this. I mean, like, they were so used to seeing you every day, or probably, they had they had your presence in their life, and all of a sudden now, when it's not there, they do not know how to react. Okay, they just do not know. And I think one of you in this particular situation is being defensive, and I probably think it is from your side that you're being defensive, or maybe this particular person has hurt you, or they I'm like, with the Seven of Wands, it's like, they are trying to protect themselves. Like, they are trying to guard their heart. I'm like, this particular person is really hurt, but that I'm like, they are trying to make sure that they do not feel more hurt. But then I have a feeling like they are coming out of that energy where that hurt, whatever hurt that they had been feeling for this long, is going to come to an end. Okay, you have the Ten of Swords, and then you have the Death card. I think this sadness, this really all these negative emotions that I mean, like, the this that gloomy feeling, or just being really heartbroken. I think they're coming out of that, and they are coming to realize with a no place like home that you are the one for them. So what they want is to build a life with you. This particular person in this particular connection, they want to build a life with you. They basically want to settle down with you, and yeah, they want to settle down with you, and they know that you are the one for them, and there can be no other person for them apart from you. So that is what I'm getting. And be happy that they're coming out of this energy of all that hurt, whatever they've been through, that guarding of their heart. They're coming out of that, okay? And they're coming to realize that for them, it is just you. So that is what I'm getting for you all. I hope this resonates. Thank you. The ones who've chosen pile number two, what do they want with you? You have Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and they have Four of Pentacles, all that glitters, and then you have Never Ending Story. Okay, so with the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, what I really feel is this particular person, okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, they want a new beginning. They want this connection to be long term. I mean, like, if in this relationship you probably didn't have that stability, they want to give you that stability and offer which, is going to symbolize long term. Like, okay, let's just become serious about one another. Let's just become exclusive, or let's get committed. So, with that kind of an offer, this particular person wants to come your way. And with the Two of Wands, what I really feel like, this particular person wants to travel towards you. So maybe this particular person does not stay close to you, and they are a little away, like a little far off, like probably a different state for that matter. Um, or probably a little far. It's a little far from you. Probably they have to travel to actually meet you or see you. So with the two of wands, I definitely feel, and with the knight of swords, I feel like this particular person wants to travel towards you and they want to rush in with that particular offer. And I think they also want to have some form of communication with you, because with the knight of sword, this is also a communication card. So they definitely want to communicate this to you as soon as possible. And with the Queen of Cups, what I feel like this particular person was not, I think they have whatever emotions that they had for you, they were always trying to control it. Like they made sure that this relationship does not take the best of them, does not, I'm like, they were making sure that they put that lid on their emotions, making sure that their emotions do not control them. They were making it a point that they have their emotions in control. And with the Four of Pentacles, this particular person has been working really hard to build fortune for himself. So, this particular person is trying to make money, make a lot of money so that they can impress you. And that is what I have a feeling. And I also have a feeling like this particular person has always been very futuristic. And because this particular person has always been futuristic, I have a feeling like they always, because they always thought so ahead in life, they weren't really in the moment. So when they had you, they never appreciated that, or they did, but then it's like the moment you walked away, it's like they realized they had the whole world in their in their hands, and they just let it slip out of their hands so easily. So I feel like this is like, you only realize what you have um, until you lose it. It's I mean, like, there's a saying like that, right? So I think that is what has happened in this particular connection. And what do they want is, like I told you, this particular person wants to rush into your life with some form of communication, because I think there's an element of fear in them that you would move away from them. Maybe probably because they are not in touch with you right now, or somehow they aren't sure for that matter, like where they stand with you. I think that's the reason they want to just simply rush in and give you that ace of pentacles. Okay. And all that glitters is, I think, when you finally have this communication with this particular person might try to, like, put a little more spark into their conversation, like trying to embellish, or let's just say, like, disguising it with, like, disguising it with facts, like, which might not be really true, or to an extent true, but then it is a little, exaggeration, they might try to impress you with all the money that they have made till now, because they feel like that is the only way that they can have you. I have that feeling because you have the Four of Pentacles and all that glitters. And I think like this particular person always ran behind things that, and I think money was a very important thing for them. And I think they always, more than giving this connection time, I think their time was always invested in making money. And they realize, or they probably even went after someone else, and then now they realize your worth. Now they realize that you're the one who's really been that true. I mean, like, it's like, after, I think this particular person also has come across a lot of fake people in their life, and they're always trying to look for you and every other person, but then what happens is they do not seem to find that. And because of that, now they realize that all that glitters is not always gold. And they have realized that. And I also have a feeling, more probably you are someone who is someone who's very down to earth, and someone who does not really wear so much of makeup, or it can also be that you are a kind of person who's very naturally, this simple, and but then really a great person. As an individual, you're a great person. And I think that is that, I mean, like the fakeness. And I think they have come to realize the true value of you. And and they actually somewhere want to make sure that this does not end between the both of you. And because this has never ended for them, it's like they always seem to keep coming back to you. And what I feel like, every person that they meet, I think they are always trying to look for you in them, but then they're failing to do that. Okay, so I feel like this particular person keeps coming back to you over and over again. And like I told you, there's definitely some element of fear involved. Like they're really scared with the Knight of Swords. I think they're somewhere scared that you might just slip out of their hands. I mean, like now that they've realized what you really mean and what your worth is, I think this particular person is really scared that they might lose you. So that's the reason they want to rush in with an offer to you, and need to make sure that this never ends between the both of you. So that is what I'm getting for both of you. That is what I'm getting for you. Thank you. And let's move to pile number three. The ones who have chosen pile number three, you have the Five of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords, the Star card. Then you have the Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands, and then you have building blocks. Okay, so what does this particular person want with you? Okay, so I can right away tell you that with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Cups, you are someone with a lot of options. Okay, you attract a lot of attention. And I think that scares them a lot, to an extent that gives them a lot of sleepless nights, because they know that they are in competition with a lot of people. Fight they need to, I mean, like, because there's so many out there, they are scared to an extent. And with the star card, what I feel, okay, let me talk about the Queen of Wands. So you are definitely someone who is physically a very attractive person. I can say you're someone, I mean, like when people look at you, they're like, downright, it is like downright sexy types, um like, I mean, like, you might not see yourself that way, it can happen. Or you, but have a feeling like your worth. I also have a feeling like where you stand with people. You just know how powerful you are, to an extent. I think you are not someone very overconfident, but then I feel like you have that confidence, and you're very much aware of who you truly are. So because of that, I mean, like, because you're like this physically attractive, so once you walk into a particular room, the first thing people notice you is how attractive you are. But that's not the only thing that pulls people in. It's your personality, it's your overall personality, the way that you are, the way you conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself, and just, I think, the way you move around in the room. That itself, I think, to a great extent, those are the factors. Like, it's like the moment someone is going to look at you, it's like, okay, definitely they know that you're not someone who is so easy to get. Okay, and with the star card, I feel like this particular person thinks you are so out of the reach. Okay, you're so out of their league. And what I also have a feeling like, you are like a wish come true for this particular person. But then they are fearful of the fact that you have so many options out there available, and they're like scared. Like, I doubt if she's also going to choose me, because she already has so many options out there, she or he. And what I feel with the Five of Wands, I also think that maybe you probably had some form of communication with this particular person, and this particular person did not really, I mean, like the conversation that you had with this particular person was let's just say, I'm like not really right. I mean, like it turned out to be a little petty. I have a feeling like they were being petty. I have a feeling like, they were talking from a place like where they were feeling insecure because I'm like I told you, competition, conflict. So probably the communication that you had with this particular person, it was a little petty, and and they are actually like banging their head and like regretting whatever they said to you. They are having sleepless nights over that particular conversation that you had, over that particular conflict you had. But then you're like, you have turned away your face and you're like, I'm least bothered about that. I am going to pull myself out of this. Okay, you are someone who does not really dwell on your past. Okay, you're someone who is very forward moving. You're someone who is, they are very much aware of that fact that, okay, if she does not like a particular thing, she's willing to walk away from those things. And also, what I feel, I have a feeling like with the star card, like this is definitely like, you know um like like you are like a wish come true. Like I said previously, you're definitely like a wish come true for this particular person. And with the Queen of Wands, I also have a strong feeling like, you are like, you just want to stay away from this drama. Okay, there's so much of drama that maybe this particular person created, or maybe whatever that situation was, it was taking up a lot of your energy. And I feel because of that, I think you're like, I'm not going to look at this, I'm not going to think about this. And I think you have that cold attitude towards this particular situation, and you are just someone who's like, I'm like least bothered about it. And the other person is like really breaking his or her head over this particular situation. And what do they want with you? Definitely, I mean, like, they want a strong connection with you. They want to be able to, like, make you feel like they are the one for you. Okay. And already told you, you're like a wish come true. But then they want this relationship to go on another level where they just feel like they are the one for you and you are the one for them. So that is what I'm getting from this path. I hope this resonates. Thank you. Let's move to pile number four. The ones who have chosen pile number four. You have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot card, you have Justice, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands, you have the Fates. Okay, so what does this particular person want with you? Okay, with the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, Justice, Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. With the Four of Wands, definitely this particular person who wants, I mean, like commitment. Like, okay, let's get committed and then eventually get married. Okay, so they are not just looking for commitment, but then they are definitely seeing their future with you. They want marriage with you. Okay, uh, with the Chariot, King of Pentacles, I have a feeling that this particular person does not really speak much. Okay, King of Pentacles is someone who is I mean, like they're going to enjoy the luxuries that they've created for themselves. Only when they're prompted to speak or they're asked to speak will they speak. So this particular person is not like the talkative one. Um, and they are someone who is very steady. So they provide for you and they give you a very stable life. So definitely someone who's like a marriage material. And what I feel with the chariot is this is unlike them, unlike their behavior, or unlike themselves for that matter. Because with the King of Pentacles and the Chariot card, with the Chariot card, I definitely have a feeling like this particular person, they a king of pentacles is someone who's like, you know, it's like a slow moving energy, okay? And with the chariot is completely opposite, like very driven. They have set their goal, they are like, they know what they want and they're going to go after it, and nothing is going to come in their way. So what I have a feeling like, this particular person definitely knows that he wants you. And I think you bring out a side in them which is so foreign, which is so like unlike them for that matter. This feeling, this emotion, or for that matter, like you make them act a little different than who they really are. With the chariot card, I think this particular person simply wants to rush in, and like they want to give you this offer. They want you both together. Like they want to see that family, they want to have that celebration, they want to have that happy family, happy life with you. Because this particular person definitely feels like this was fated, okay? Definitely feels like you are their fate, or has a feeling like this was meant to be, okay? So, what I feel like, this particular person already has made up their mind that you are the one they want. And, but then, I think you, for that matter, it's like you want to take this slow with the King of Pentacles. You have the Chariot and you have the King of Pentacles. So, either that particular person, I don't feel like they're conflicted, because it's like sure that they want this. But one of you wants to take this slow, okay? And with the Justice card, what I feel like, they feel like probably they might have gone through something in their life, and and then they thought that, um, if okay, let me just give you an example. It's like they have been through something and they have been like craving for a connection, and they're like, I want a connection of this form. And then it's like finally, because maybe someone wronged them, and then it's like now they have come across you and they are sure. I mean, like, this particular person is like, we were fated to meet, or else the previous connection, or I wouldn't have gone through something of that sort if it was not meant to be. Or if this was not meant to be, then definitely things wouldn't have led me to a situation, like led me to this particular situation. So they definitely feel like there's some form of justice involved. They feel like they deserve this. Okay, to an extent, I have a feeling like they really deserve this. So, what do they want with you? What do they want in this connection? Is they definitely want commitment and definitely want marriage, because they feel like this is fated. They feel like this was meant to be. They feel like everything in their life led to this one particular moment. To like, it was like, things happened because you both were supposed to be meeting, or you're supposed to meet, or you were supposed to end up together. So that is what this particular person feels towards you, or that is what they want in this connection. So that is what I'm getting for you all. Thank you. The ones who have chosen pile number 5, your cards are the Sun, 8 of Wands, the Fool, Two of Swords, the Moon card, and then you have the card Orphaned. Okay, so what does this particular person want from you? You have the Sun card, you have the Fool card, and you have the Eight of Wands. So with the Sun card, they definitely want all those moments back where they were really happy. I mean, like, they have spent some really amazing time with you. I mean, like, a connection that just, I mean, like, they felt very happy from within. This is a very positive card for any connection. And if they feel like this about you, then it is like beyond any form of like, this is like pure happiness. This is coming from a place where you feel like childlike, you feel so amazing. So this particular person definitely had some awesome moments with you, some really amazing time with you, which has imprinted itself in their heart in such a way that whenever they think of those moments, it always brings this happiness. I mean, like that glow that they've been missing. So it is, these emotions are something that is always going to remain fragrant for them. And with the full card, I have a feeling like this particular person was, just out there looking for, I'm like, fun. I'm like, they didn't want anything serious. They were just looking out to have happy times. And this is not a negative card for that matter. The Fool card is someone who, who just does not like responsibility. But then this is a person that you can never forget. He is coming from a place which is like really innocent. So what I feel like, this particular person, the moment they met you, okay, with this Eight of Wands, what I feel like, things just escalated so fast between the both of you. Like, things just, picked up speed. The emotions for you were so strong, and it just kept escalating. And then gradually moving from, I'm like, the emotions just started get so much stronger. I'm like, you have Eight of Wands, and wands represent passion, and the passion that they felt towards you just escalated, but then it also ended so quickly and abruptly. And I think the ending in this relationship came about suddenly. And with the with the Two of Swords, what I feel like, this particular person was indecisive about you. I mean, like, they were not willing, because like I told you, the Fool is someone who does not like to take responsibility. So they never gave you a relationship. They never gave you that commitment. I think they probably never even told you. They might have just said you in passing that, they had some really amazing time with you, but then they never truly confessed their feelings for you. And with the Two of Swords, I definitely feel like this particular person did not want to make any decision. And with the Moon card, there were some secrets involved. There were, I mean, like, maybe these emotions were even unknown to them, and they couldn't. I mean, like, because I mean, like, he's behaving like, he or she is behaving like a child, not like a child, or you can just say like, this particular person was coming from a place where, they were not, I mean, like, looking out for something serious, and then it was like they're just having fun in life, and then and then they came across you, and they really thought that, yeah, this is all fun, and it's just, I'm like, yeah, these emotions are a little strong, but then they're going to go away. And I think that is what this particular person really felt. Um, but then with the Moon card, I think this particular person, the realization that you mean so much more to them is going to come a little later on, because see, you in the Moon card, you have like such a long path over there. So this is going to reveal itself very slowly in their life, for that matter. And with the orphaned card, what I have a feeling like, somewhere they are feeling like you have left them, and I'm like, they are feeling a lot of pain with the orphan card. Definitely there's a lot of pain involved, there's a lot of changes involved with the five. So I think a change in this relationship is coming about, where they are going to slowly realize that what you mean to them is so much more stronger, because they wouldn't be feeling this orphaned energy if you didn't really mean much to them. And definitely they want to have some form of communication with you. With the eight of wands also talks about communication, so this particular person, maybe they want communication with you regarding whatever they're feeling, regarding whatever illusions that they had. Maybe they had illusions about the fact that this was not a strong connection, but then things are like really changing in their life right now. Like they're feeling this really sad and depressed energy around them. They like in their heart, some I feel like their heart just dropped, like things have ended. um and probably, yeah. So that is what I'm getting for them. So what do they want in this particular connection? They want things to be the same as they were previously, and they definitely want some form of communication with you. So that is what I'm getting for you all. I hope this resonates. Thank you.